Hey folks, Fernando doing another video for the Modern Survivalist. In this case, we're going to be looking at how to improvise a respirator, a face mask using some commonly available materials that you for sure have in your house. I already did a video about this, doing a face mask with a coffee filter. Turned out quite well. The material is intended for filtering, so that's an advantage, and it's super simple. Results are pretty good. Of course, none of this is ideal. The ideal thing would be to have the proper equipment that you need for these sort of situations, such as a respirator or a gas mask. There's lots of people now improvising and self-claimed experts. This is something I've been repeating for a long time. Proof of that is in my book, Street Survival Skills, which was published last year, not last week. And page 230 says pretty clearly, let's see if I get that to focus there properly. Okay. When it comes to pandemics, also protect your face with a respirator and eyewear. Agents aren't shy about using surgical masks and respirators when necessary, and neither should you. Okay, and kind of the idea is using your respirator, and you can cover it with a scarf or something else so as to add another layer of protection, and even protecting the proper respirator so that it doesn't, the proper face mask, so it doesn't get clogged as fast, and your eyes as well. So having said that, let's get started. So these are the materials we're going to be using: some paper tape, stapler, a couple elastic bands, a stretched out paper clip, and we have 2 of these paper towels and a Kleenex. Now, pay attention to this. There's been different studies showing that even something like this has a certain amount of efficiency. Even a cotton cloth, you know, it can be made into a mask that somewhat will help. It is not the real thing, of course, but it's better than nothing. Now, this part about being better than nothing, that's important because especially with this virus, we don't know exactly everything there is to it. Even in terms of the efficiency of different filters, there's some estimations that because it travels in a small drop of a droplet of saliva, a little drop of water, that's likely to be absorbed by paper and such. So again, something is always better than nothing, and it may be a lot better than some people estimate. One more thing is that even one done with a single piece of paper such as this one, even a mask like this can be very effective. And there's another consideration, which is how easy it is for you to breathe with one of these on. These are intended to be used and disposed, you know, like the disposable respirators and surgical masks. But if the more layers you have, it doesn't mean that you're going to be having a lot more efficiency in terms of filtering, but it's going to be quite a bit more difficult for you to inhale. And if you are somewhat struggling, or you have maybe a heart condition, it is well documented that it's going to be more of a challenge for you, and it may be downright dangerous. So if that's your case, maybe you want to go with a simple single piece of paper, single towel, kitchen towel like this, mask. Let's get to it. In this case, I'm going to be using 3, so as to have a little bit more of a additional structure and more filtering material. And we're going to be putting the paper towel there, a Kleenex on top of it, and going to be sandwiching these. And we're going to be putting, this is important so as to have a good fit on your nose. You're going to be putting that paper clip right there, and we're going to be fixing it to that position with some tape. Let's make sure we don't catch anything we're not supposed to right there. Okay, and this, we put that on top like so. And we put this one, and now what we start doing is we start folding this. Okay, so give it one, another one, like 2, and then we start folding it on its own, on itself, like that. 1, 2. It's really not that difficult, and you can improvise, try different techniques. The good thing is that these materials are available, probably have some of this stuff around your house already, and it is also cheap enough that they can make a bunch of these and use them as they're intended, as disposable masks. Now we're going to be doing this little trick. We put this the rubber band. You could even open it a little bit. I'm not crazy about breaking anything. I want to have as least leakage as possible, but make sure it's giving you a little bit of room so when you put the clip, it stays behind that. And now we can clip it right there, and we caught the rubber band in that position. One more time. This other side, make sure it's going to be catching right there, closing it, and then put the clip on top. And that's it. We're done. Let's give it a try, see how this works out. We're going to be opening it up a little bit, and we're going to be adjusting with a paper clip to the bridge of the nose. Right? Let's see how that works. So as you see, not too bad. Make sure to fold the tips of the clip a little bit so that it doesn't punch through the paper upwards like that, and then adjust the bridge of your nose. This little addition doesn't seem like a big deal, but it really helps prevent this from leaking, from having leakage around these spots, which if you didn't have the clip, this is why the actual masks have a piece of metal in that place so as to fold it like that. And as you see, as I breathe in, you see a suction. This is exactly what you want. So you adjust it, make sure you shaved, right? That's proper protocol. You have to shave before wearing any of this. But this is pretty decent. You can make a bunch of these. Go to a supermarket, anything you have to do, you are a lot better protected than having nothing at all with this thing. Once it gets a little bit wet, moist, you just throw it away, put another one that you make several. Guys, hope you enjoyed this little tip. See you on our next video. Have an awesome day.